Our 60-acre East Tennessee homestead sits at the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains. And of that 60 acres, we have roughly 3.5 to 4 acres of area that we need to maintain, not only with a lawnmower, a weed whacker, hedge trimmer. We even have a robot lawnmower to help us maintain. But we still have some areas that we just can't get to with those pieces of equipment. And so I'm really excited to test out the Mowrator, the 4-wheel drive remote control lawnmower that can get into tight spaces, like underneath trailers or tiny homes, along fence lines, under trees, behind fence lines, up and over swales, and then we have along the roadside where the ditch is pretty steep, and I can use the lawnmower to get the majority of it, but there's some areas that I simply cannot because it's just too dangerous. So after receiving the product and doing a quick unboxing and installation, putting the tires in place, I took it for its first spin. I wanted to get the swales in our orchard. Earlier this year, we planted 12 fruit trees and we made half-moon swales around the trees. I can cut the majority of the grass in the orchard with the lawnmower, but I can't get up and over the swales with the lawnmower. So this is a perfect use case for the Mowrator. It's really easy to get around the edge of the half-moon swale, but I can't get inside there. I can't get inside the actual dip, and I certainly can't get up on the berm up there or very close to the cage. So these are areas that are difficult for me to manage. So we'll give it a try with the Mowrator.
Brake starting. Please ensure safety.
So this was my first time hitting a bunch of rocks with the Mowrator, so I wanted to check it out. So I tried to find the rock because unfortunately these swales have quite a few rocks in them. And then after I got it all cleared and checked, I go ahead and continued mowing this one. There are a few times that this got stuck only because I kind of high centered it. And I was trying to figure out the best way to get up and over these swales because they're not exactly even and smooth, but for the most part this thing did a fabulous job and it was really fun. So I finished mowing this one. Let's take a look how it looks now. Did a really decent job and actually continued and mowed the rest of the swales. All right, I was able to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 swales. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 more to do. I did stop working on the swales and I went down and I mowed by the road there on the other side of the fence where I couldn't reach with the lawnmower, and then up and down the driveway along the electrified fence. So I've been mowing probably for a good hour, hour and a half, and I just now got to low battery warning and I have to now go charge it. So I'm done mowing for the day. But man, I have had so much fun with this thing. It goes up and down these swales. There have been times I've high centered it, but if you go at an angle, it'll go right up and over those. It hasn't had any issue cutting this really tall, thick, heavy grass. I am honestly really impressed with this thing. I am honestly really impressed. Another area that I have an issue with keeping up is out here by the road, up and down the road. The majority of it I can actually get with the lawnmower, but there are points along here where it's too narrow between the fence and the actual ditch here. There's a couple areas up there that the ditch is so steep that the lawnmower will actually tip over or it'll get stuck and I can't get back out. In the past, what I would do is I would take my weed whacker or my hedge trimmer and I would get those areas that I couldn't get with a lawnmower. But that's kind of backbreaking work, and in the summer when it's really hot and humid, nobody wants to be doing that. So this is one area where the Mowrator can shine. It can get along the steep banks of the ditch and also along the areas where the ditch is too close to the fence and get into those tight areas. And then of course there's always the risks of mowing on the road. Cars passing by, not seeing them not paying attention. Bees nests, wasp nests, those kind of dangers, and it's just nice to be out of the way and be able to control your mowing from a distance like you can with the Mowrator.
Break starting. Please ensure
All right, there's been a few times where I've gotten this thing stuck or it's gone over, and it's because these are the turf tires. They do have off-road tires that are more aggressive, but I don't have those. So let's have to see if I can get this thing to move forward here. There we go. Let's see what we got here. Stop initiated. I don't want stop. The Mowrator actually did pretty darn good on this street line here. There are a few areas that it couldn't get, but those are really steep banks. And there's a few areas that I just didn't control over. But let's go take a look at the overall results here. Most of it is cut even in this groove that I'm walking in the ditch. But like here's an example of an area I just didn't get, and that's again, this bank here is pretty darn close to 90 degrees. I guess I could have gone straight down and then backed it up, but I would have needed the all-terrain tires for that, because with just the turf tires, it just doesn't have enough traction to make it back up those. But it keeps mowing. It hardly gets stuck. There are a few times where it would get stuck on the front bumper, like I said, in the root balls, they were sticking out of the ditch. And then sometimes the front bumper would get stuck if you were to go straight down into an embankment or into the ditch. So you'd have to go at an angle, but this thing just keeps going. This thing's not only fun to use, it's actually a really good workhorse. It mows and it gets into places that other lawnmowers, not a chance. All right, while we finish mowing the side of the road here, let's go over some specs. The 18 amp hour battery will mow just over 1 acre per charge and a run time of about 2 hours. It has a 90-minute charge time and you'll get 1,500 charge cycles out of the battery. The Mowrator can handle a 37-degree slope with the turf tires, a 40-degree slope with the all-terrain tires, and now 45-degree slopes with the new deformable tires. A 21-inch cutting blade rotates at 3,200 RPMs, and that rotation speed is adaptable with an option set on the remote control. 3 cutting modes are available, including mulching, bagging, and rear discharge. Multiple safety features include ultrasonic sensors, tilt and rollover protection, and a distance limiter, all of which are able to be turned off as needed. For large mowing areas, mowing in a straight line with the built-in guidance is simple, and making quick 180-degree turns with the special function buttons. The remote control is easy to use and has an intuitive design, and multiple add-on options are available, such as first-person view camera, snowplow kit, trailer hitch kit, auto dumping bag, and several blade types to fit your needs. There can be several uses for the Mowrator, including in orchards, groves, or tree farms, behind and along fences, along roadsides and ditches, on swales, around ponds, and this can be extremely useful for those with mobility issues. Go check out Mowrator today. Use the link below in the description of this video to get 5% off your order. All right, let's go. Let's see if it can pull me. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it's actually pulling me. Oh man, I'm even going up the hill. Wow. Now this is impressive. Oh my gosh, that is crazy. That is crazy.